Trading against the retail crowd is one of my favorite strategies when it comes to currency and stock trading. In today's video, I'm going to talk about trading against the retail crowd, what it actually means, how I like to do it, and some strategies or concepts that you might think about when trying to trade against the retail crowd. So stay tuned, let's get into it right now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick. I talk about trading and investing, and today I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret, if you will, on one of my favorite strategies or approaches to trading the FX market as well as the stock market. Have you ever noticed that a lot of times we as humans, when we see a chart moving higher, we start to say, oh, I don't want to buy that. I want to actually sell that, short that, get rid of it. I don't want to buy that thing. Well, that concept is kind of this innate, natural desire for us as traders, and this is just my opinion. I think it's just this desire to not want to be tricked, right? As a market's going higher, we don't want to buy that because we don't want to chase that and see it run away from us and go back down, right? There's this natural ability or desire for the ability to be able to say that's too high or that's too low and call reversals in the market. Reversal trading is possible but very, very difficult, and most retail traders, from my experience and learning from what other traders that I communicate with, because I've run a community of traders for stocks and for forex, and we talk to a lot of traders, and I can tell you that the most popular strategy is by far trying to reverse the market when it seems too high or when it seems too low. Stay attuned to that, because we're going to come back to that and we're going to talk about it. But generally speaking, how do we trade against retail? If we know that 90% of retail traders actually lose money, and in some cases, some of the broker details that have been released are higher than 90%, 95%. This is not just a number that I'm making up. There's actually been brokers that have released that their clients, up to 95% of them, lose money. Now, that's not just exclusive to trading and investing. All around the world, most people fail at a lot of things. Most people are bad at a lot of things in their life, and that's not trying to be harsh or rude to those people out there that are suffering and struggling in different ways. But the reality of trading is that that is what most retail traders are doing. They're in the markets, they're gambling, they're having a little bit of fun, and then they give up as soon as things get a little bit challenging. And that is why most traders probably fail. However, there's also that concept of us wanting to be right all the time, and us wanting to work with a trade that's gone against us because we want to see it come back. That's one of the most dangerous but actively practiced concepts when it comes to traders out there who are losing money. Let's say they take a short position on the euro dollar because it seems too high, like it's got to reverse soon. How high can it go, right? Very, very retail or new trader mistake is to say, oh, this market is too high, it can't go any higher. And let's say it's got a healthy trend, it's trending higher on the daily chart, it's putting higher lows and higher highs in the market, right? And this trader doesn't care. They say, well, it seems too high. Generally speaking, what I've noticed from working with a lot of different traders is that as a market goes higher, they get more and more wanting to short it because they're kind of like foaming at the mouth. They're like, oh, this is a juicy piece of steak, it's got to reverse soon. And then the market keeps trending and they keep holding on to a loser, and they short it and short it and short it, and eventually blow their account. Has this ever happened to you? Because I know from experience, when I was a newer trader, that was something that I was more willing to do. Now, the funny thing is, we're going to get to how we can reverse that and how we can actually trade against retail traders continued in this video, but I want to focus on first understanding some of the common mistakes that those retailer new traders make. I shouldn't say retail traders because I'm a retail trader technically. I'm not an institutional trader. I'm just a retail trader, but I think what I mean is more the inexperienced losing trader tends to sell something that seems high and then they hold on to it forever, and as soon as it goes into a little bit of profit, they cut their trade right away, right? And that right there is a big problem. Losing traders sell against a strong uptrend. They hold on to that trade a long time if it goes against them, and they get rid of it as soon as it goes in their favor, if it ever goes in their favor, right? So that is right there the epitome of most new traders struggling. Let's flip the script. Let's say they buy euro dollar on the way down and they say, hey, it can't go any lower. It's at a really low point. It's got to bounce back and I'm going to catch the reversal, right? Then the market keeps going lower. They keep holding on to their position. And if it ever goes into profit by a little bit of money, they take profit because they're afraid of losing that profit. If I'm calling you out right now, if that was you in the past, then it's okay because we've all made mistakes. It's part of the trading journey. I'm not trying to call you out specifically. I'm just saying that these are mistakes that we can learn from and we can actually reverse. So this is where trading against the retail trader comes in. If you know that a market is trending higher, I like to be long in it because a lot of times, the retail traders are fading those moves. Now, we know this also from retail investor-based studies or data that comes out about what retail clients are doing. Some brokers in the FX market specifically, they will release what their clients are holding on to. How many of their clients are long or short on the euro dollar? And we can see time and time again, if a market is trending up, all the retail crowd is trying to short it. And if the market is trending down, all the retail crowd is trying to go long. So we know this information and we can use this and we can re-engineer all of those concepts back to the other side, which is exactly how I trade. I take a trade. If it goes against me, I'm out of there. I got to get out of there because if it didn't work out, there's no need in praying and hoping that it's going to come back because hope is not a trading strategy. That should be a quote. Hope is not a trading strategy. Anyways, the point is that when we re-engineer and reverse all of the losing trader mistakes, things start to look a lot better, or at least they did for me and how I still trade today, which is you take a position, if it goes against you, you're out of there. If it goes in your favor, that's when you hold on to the position. Imagine if you took those losing trades that just kept going against you and it was like a boat sailing away and you were still left on the shore. It was so far gone and you're still holding on to that loser, right? Imagine if you flipped the script and instead of selling that uptrend, you bought into that uptrend on a pullback and now you're sitting there, watch it sail away, but you're happy it's gone. You say, keep going, go as far as you want because I'm sitting here holding on to a long position, riding the trend, right? That's the key switch, is letting your winners run, let them go way off as far as they want to go, and then cash in when they're finally done running. But let those winners run and get rid of the losing stuff. Cut the bleeding quickly. Put a Band-Aid on it and just say, hey, next trade, let's do it, right? Because that's a big, big difference between winning traders and losing traders. The losing trader, almost all of them that I have talked to, I spoke to a gentleman one time who was short on the USD ZAR and it had been going up for months and months and months, and he ended up blowing his entire account because he could not part ways with his ego. He was like, you know what, this trade is just never going in my favor, but I can't take a loss, there's just no way. Ended up blowing the account. So you have to be aware of these common mistakes and trying to re-engineer and reverse them. So that's the big thing. To trade against retail traders, we have to stop, or inexperienced traders, we have to go against their common practice and we have to go with trends, because that, from my experience, is the secret of trading. It's riding those big trends and being a part of the big winners, right? For example, at the time of making this video, crypto, or Bitcoin specifically, just crossed $27,000. I've owned crypto for a while now. I bought some in 2020 around the $6,000, $7,000 mark, and I've just been holding that and letting that winner do its thing. I had a stop loss in place. If price went down to a certain point, I was going to be out of that trade, but fortunately, it's really, really grown and, in fact, made some good profits on that particular investment. So you have to think about these things. You have to re-engineer, hey, if everybody is doing this and they're losing money, let's not go that way. Let's go this way. Let's do the exact opposite and see if we can make it work that way. So that is something to think about. I'll leave you with that. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. And hey, if you do enjoy this content, consider subscribing if you have not already. Share with a friend and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help to promote the video and to grow my little YouTube channel here. So thanks so much, and we'll see you back in the next one.